Hey everyone, thank you for joining me. This is Krisha Serbone, also known as the Giant Slayer, and my life's mission is to influence thoughts to change behavior. Today I want to talk about using your pain for profit. I know a lot of people may have a question about how does pain pay? How do we make pain pay? And I know pain definitely is a difficult thing for us to even grasp because the human loves pleasure and we try to avoid pain. But pain and purpose are two sides to the very same coin. And it's basically how you use your pain that will determine if you get profit out of it. I see pain as being a tool, and it's a tool of access. If my gift makes room for me, it doesn't only make space, but I believe my gift gives me access. We don't have a problem with using our value. We have a problem with using our value for ourselves, accessing what that value is and benefiting from it. And I will explain to you what I mean. We have no problem showing up at a job every single day, working 8 hours, 8 to 10 hours, and being paid for it at the end of a week, 2 weeks, or a month, because we believe that we have worked, we have put in the time, and we deserve to be paid. Think about it that I am bringing my life, my experiences, my knowledge, skills, and ability to my workplace, and I'm giving my value in exchange for money. There's a saying that says time equals money. I don't believe that time equals money. I believe value equals money. And when you learn to value yourself, you would learn that you have everything that you need to profit from it. So the same skills, the same knowledge, the same ability, the same value that you are giving to your employer for 8 hours is the exact value that you should really be using for yourself, and you should make yourself your own ATM machine. Because think about it. I'm going to a job to exchange what I know, to exchange a couple hours for money. And this is why I say that pain has the ability to pay you if you know how to use it well. Because if you understand your pain and you couple it with your knowledge, your skills, and your ability, you realize that you really are your own ATM machine. So what you're doing and you're waiting for a week or maybe a month to be paid for, you can be doing every single day, and you can be cashing in and profiting from your pain. This is one of the reasons why I created my signature program, Purpose Revenue Mapping. And you may say, how does pain pay? How does purpose pay? How do we link purpose to profit? How do we link purpose to money? I believe that your place of purpose is your place of provision, and that you came into the earth loaded with gifts, loaded with talent that you can now exchange as value for money. Because remember, I said time is not equal to money, value equals to money. So when I go to work for 8 hours, I give them my value and then I'm paid. I am paid based on an agreed rate. When I signed a particular contract, right, to work for them, I agreed that I am going to give you 8 hours of my value 5 days a week for this agreed sum of money. Why don't we think like that about our life? Why don't I make my life a business? And to make my life a business means that I'm taking the low points of my life. I'm taking the pain, but I'm learning the lessons from the pain. I'm infusing the pain with power after I come to a place of healing, and I'm now using it as a platform of purpose. When I use it as a platform of purpose, I'm helping other people who have had the same pain. I'm using my life inventory and I'm exchanging it, giving them value for money. And this is how pain pays, because pain gives you the potential to now use the power of your story to help someone else, giving them value, and then that's how you make pain pay. So it means then that I've now created an ATM machine out of my life. It means that I can tap into my inventory. I can tap into my story. I can tap into the highs, the lows, the in-betweens, my knowledge, skills, and ability, and I now can package my pain. When I package my pain, it now becomes a solution. Every individual on the earth was sent to the earth to be a solution. You have to figure out what is the solution that you were sent to the earth to provide. 10 years ago, if you told us that people were going to sell water, we would probably say, no, that's absolutely crazy. How could you sell water? It's a resource. It's in abundance. How could people possibly sell water? But look at it now. People are selling water because they have been able to put a value on water, and then value equals money, not time. So how do you now sell air? It's what we breathe, right? it's oxygen. But oxygen and the fact that I am alive means that I have a story and I've lived through something today that I can now see value in. You see, we don't have a money problem. Dr. Mike Murdock says this quote and I love it. He says we don't have a money problem, we have a wisdom problem. And the moment that he said it, I've heard this quote maybe about 5 years ago. The moment that he said it, I've always realized that we don't have a money problem, we have a wisdom problem. How many times do we invest in getting wisdom about money? How many times do we invest in understanding value? How much time have you even invested in learning your personal value? Because somebody else is putting a predetermined value on you and you have agreed and you have settled for it. But I want to tell you now that you can look into the inventory of yourself and you can put a higher value on you. As a matter of fact, you can create your own ATM machine, which means that you can generate income anytime you want by inventorying your story, learning how to package it, learning how to stand on pain from a place of power, package it, and then deliver it as purpose on display, right? Does this make sense? Who is with me? Give me some comments, right? This is how you make pain pay, because pain and purpose are two sides of the same coin. If we look at pain from a place of pity, we don't see the value in pain. So we think, I've been through all of this and I'm not seeing any value in it. You have to learn to assess value. 4 years ago, I was not a life and a purpose coach. 4 years ago, I sat in a chair as an HR professional. And I sat in a chair as an HR professional feeling very dissatisfied with life. Because guess what? I was giving my value. Hi, J-Right. Hey, Makeda. I was giving my value in exchange for money, but I was dissatisfied. I was dissatisfied because I was not fulfilling a greater purpose. We all want to feel fulfilled in the things that we do. Hey, Ayana. We all want to feel fulfilled in the things that we do. So I have to be able to now assess value. The fact that I've overcome abuse, it means that I'm a conqueror. Stop seeing the abuse or the abuser and see the power in your story, and you tell your story. You don't need to tell the other person's part of the story, but you can tell how I was able to move from a life of abuse to a life of freedom. Hey Lulu, that is me packaging my pain, and I'm telling you the 5 things that I did to move from abuse, which was my pain. I'm giving you guys an example now. My pain was abuse. If I see the power in the story, I could see, you know what? I've lived through abuse. So this now gives me power. This power has potential. This potential can now be packaged. When I package it and I create a system that tells you 5 ways to enjoy life after abuse, I'm telling you the 5 things that I've done. So maybe I had to make a decision to get free. Maybe I had to value myself. Maybe I had to get in a new community. Maybe I had to learn self-love. What are the 5 steps that I learned to move from that relationship of abuse? That now becomes value, guys, and value equals money. Type that in the comments below. Value equals money. Time does not equal money. Value equals money. The difference between Les Brown and you, Les Brown could charge over $100,000 for 1 minute of his time. Why? Because his time is valuable, and what he's about to say is going to transform the lives of the listener. So it's the same minute that he has and the same minute that we have, but there's a different value on his minute because he has used his life experiences, package it as a purpose, package it as a powerful story, and now he helps people. Thank you. I see value equals money. I see you, Krista. He now helps people. So his minute is worth 100,000, but your minute may be worth $1. Your minute is probably worth $1 because of the value that you assign to your minutes. So the difference in us changing our money story and profiting from pain is attaching a value to experience. Hey Simone! When I attach a value to my experiences, guys, think about it. Every day you have lived 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years. Bless you too, girl. and you have lived through some things. You have lived through pain. You have lived through loss. You have lived through grief. You have lived through being fired from a job. You have lived through difficult times. We all have a story, but we have not been able to see, hey Denise, we have not been able to see the value in our experiences to translate the value into money. And this is how pain pays. In my new system, right? That's good math. That's good math. In my new system, purpose revenue mapping, right? Somebody may be saying, how do you use purpose and translate purpose into profit? And I believe that God gave you this very gift to make room and to give access. So you have to learn the value in your gift. And think about a house. What is the makeup of a house? A house has many rooms. It doesn't have one room. It means that my gift has the ability to make multiple rooms for me based on me assessing the value of my gift, now learning how to profit from pain by standing on it as a place of power. So in the purpose revenue mapping, what I have created is a system that allows people to inventory life and now create a business out of it. My life as a business. What is a business? A business is an entity that exists to exchange, buy low, sell high to make a profit. What is my life? My life is a series of experiences, high, lows, and in-betweens that I now have the ability to translate into something that I can package, and now I can profit from pain by understanding that my story has more power than just inspiration. My story, Simone, has more power than motivation. My story has principles. Principles can be duplicated. Principles can be taught. So I don't just have a story. I have a story that has the ability to build a house. I have the story that has the ability to build a structure. I have a story that has the ability to create rooms and for me to profit from my gift. So I understand that even though I give my value in exchange for money on my job, I absolutely need to understand how to give my value in exchange for me. I need to tap into, Ayana, my life. I need to tap in, Denise, Luan. I need to tap into my life, see that the access is in my hands. Access isn't received unless you do something to activate that access. So you have the access, but you need to use your card, tap into that gift, and then withdraw the profit that is in your pain. And that is how you make pain pay. Because pain and purpose are what? The same two sides to the very same coin. It's like medicine. I will forever use this example. There's always a description on medicines that says, for best results, use this way. Use one time daily. Take after meals. There's always a prescription. Guess what? There's a prescription for your pain. I'm getting excited talking about it. There's a prescription for your pain. To get profit from your pain, use it this way and tap into it, see the value, and get the profit that has been designed for you to tap into and to profit from your pain. Your place of purpose is your place of provision. So if you're someone that's saying, you know what, I need to make more money, I need to increase my income, you already have inventory that is dormant on the inside of you, that other people are getting the results out of, but you are not getting the results out of it for yourself. So tonight I'm going to do the interest meeting. Now this is my beta interest meeting because I'm now launching this program because I'm getting excited. I realized that what people do is that they go to conferences, they listen to live videos, they are part of groups, and they get more information, but they don't know how to apply the information that they have received. Thank you for sharing, Simone. They don't know how to apply the information. So they get inspired and they get emotional. When they leave the conference, they are excited because we were around a group of like-minded people who are going after results, and we get excited. But then when I go home and I sit with my notes, I have no clue what to do with these notes, and I don't even know how to begin. As a matter of fact, I don't even have the confidence to use what I got in the notes, even though I felt inspired when I heard it. I don't know how to translate it into something real. So for 4 years, I've been sharing this message of purpose in your pain. But I realized that a lot of people were having the same complaint of, I'm not living a fulfilled life. Yes, I know my purpose, but then I still can't enjoy life. I can't enjoy the things that I desire. I can't even help kingdom. I can't build ministry because I need resources and I need money. And I started to realize that people don't realize that the value that they have on the inside of them is where the money is. It is where the money map is. And your life is designed to be your own profit generating machine. It is not a sin to want to live the abundant life. As a matter of fact, it's biblical that you prosper even as your soul prosper. Your soul is the place of your will, your emotions. Your soul is the place where information enters. It means when new information, guys, enters my soul, I can now act upon that wisdom and change the dynamics of my life with new information. That is how my soul now prospers, and then I begin to live out from that place of prosperity. So, I believe that even though you get to the purpose life, there is the prosperous life which is beyond purpose. Because a lot of people know their purpose, but they're not living the abundant life. They're not prospering, even as our soul prospers. So to know my purpose and not understand that my story is a lot more than inspiration and information and motivation. I see you, Makita. That my story and my life has within it a money map. That if I just sit down and trace my inventory of my life, that I can package my process and it now becomes products and services, which becomes a solution, and my life becomes a business. This is the only thing that I want people to know and to understand, and this is what I want to do in the program. And if you are interested, you can join me tonight to hear a lot more about what purpose revenue mapping is. Because the revenue is in your story, it's on the inside of you, but you need to learn how to package it and create the money map that matches everything that you believe. How many of you agree with me? Knowing purpose is a great thing, it's an exciting thing, but there has to be something more. Because when I know it, how do I now design my life where I profit from this very thing that is purpose? That's where we go in one more step from the purpose life to the prosperous life. So for 4 years, I've been drilling home this message, right? Push past pain, passionately pursue purpose. Push past pain, passionately pursue purpose. But I now want to drill the message home that there is profit in pain. And you have to be able to package it, see the power and the potential in it, and now create your very own value from yourself. Because value equals money, not time. And the only difference between the most admired guru that you see, right? The only difference between you and whoever you admire is that they've been able to now see the value in themselves and their time. They've been able to package it and they've been able to profit from it because they have assessed value. So if you get nothing out of this live today, and if you're not joining me tonight to hear about the beta, now I'm telling you, for the group that I'm taking for the beta, there is going to be an investment that's required for the group, right, for the beta, because we are going to do the 9-week program in an accelerated time frame to get you the results. At the end of the 4 weeks, you will have your money blueprint, you would have your story and understand how to get money out of it and how to package it and all of that. That's what we're going to do. But it's going to be an accelerated environment. It's going to be like an incubator. So you would be pressed to really deliver in this program. Even though when I launch it, it's going to be 9 weeks, right? The accelerator is going to be 4 weeks, and it's going to be 4 action-packed weeks where you will have to deliver. And at the end of it, you should have products and services that come from your story that you can now use to begin to build income from your pain story. So I'm going to drop the link in the comments for you to register for tonight to join me. I'm going to drop the link in the comments of this video. But if you don't join me for tonight, and if you don't this is not something for you, learn this today. Put some value on yourself. The same value that you're giving to everybody else is the same value that you need to give to yourself, and you need to learn to assess value, because what? Time isn't equal to money, Value equals money. So you guys have an amazing day. Comment below. Let me know if anything that I said makes sense. You can ask me for feedback, ask me your questions. Let's talk about how we can move from the purpose life to the prosperous life, and how we make pain pay, how we stand on this pain and we get the access out of our gift. So I love you all, and I will always say continue to push past pain and passionately pursue purpose. Talk to you soon, guys. Bye bye.